Hey everybody, what's up? This is CW3 here, and today we are back with another episode of Outer Worlds. Last time, we went ahead and finished the main mission on Edgewater, putting and getting together Adelaide and her people back to the, what was it, Cantery? Cantuna? That's the thing.
Caution.
Whatever. Getting the people
Unexpected
back to the main...
turbulence may cause loose containers to topple from the upper shelves. If you are crushed to death, I'll need to find a new captain.
Thank you, Ada, for interrupting my intro. We got Adelaide and her people back to the main town so they can try to regrow and reestablish the main town, basically. So yeah, that's what we did last episode. We also picked up two new companions officially. Officially, we made Pavardi a companion, Pavardi Holcomb, and we also made Vicar a companion. Hold on. I have to go see him. We should be in his room sitting down, probably. There he is. Vicar Max. Or really just Max. Anyway. So this episode, we're going to be exploring, or going to Groundbreaker. But before we do go to Groundbreaker, I do have to go here to Phineas's lab. You want to go here because there is something here that is not easily to be missed, but can be picked up very early. My first time, I didn't pick up until halfway through the game. I do want to pick it up early. So what we're going to do is that we're going to go ahead and go to Phineas's lab. This is the companion screen. You can pick your companions you want to take with you, and you can choose to take none with you. There are definitely a way to play in perks that you might have already seen that have you just pick one companion. Or there's perks that benefit you from having no companions at all. There's also perks that benefit you having companions on your team. So we're going to take both of them with me today to Phineas's lab. Also, if I sound tired, because I probably do, it's because I am actually tired. It's very late at night. This will not be a long episode. Sorry for my fit. No, I'm not yawning on cue. Alright. Another pet peeve about this game. Loading screens. There's a lot of loading screens in this game, and they are pretty long. I feel like after seeing games like...
Hello? Can you hear me? Does this work? Oh, damn it, blast, that's loud.
Like I was saying, after, not Sekiro, but after seeing games like, what's the name?
I'm
Ghost
just
of
securing my
Tsushima.
ongoing experiments. And securing myself.
Okay. After seeing games like Ghost of Tsushima like run so well, and Spider-Man that almost have no loading screens when they do, they're really fast. Kind of sitting through these loading screens kind of become
Mind the
painful.
mess. I haven't had a visitor since, in fact, I've never had a visitor.
Alright. Hello, Phineas.
Oh, thank the law. Your skin hasn't spontaneously changed color. Potential side effect of the revival process. Very rare, but you never know. Right. Welcome to my little habitation, such as it is. I've got caffeinoids, cysty bits, if you're into that sort of thing. So, welcome. Make yourself at home. My secret hideout is your secret hideout.
For what it's worth, I appreciate you pulling me out of the hole.
Not at all, my intrepid accomplice. I should thank you for tolerating my somewhat brusque manner. I only regret that I couldn't save more of your fellow settlers, what with being hunted by the board, and emptying my supply of necessary chemicals.
I wanted to ask you something. I wanted to ask you about something. Okay?
What's on your mind?
Is there a reason you're hiding behind bulletproof glass?
Oh, it's not you. I do experiments in that room. Some of them get quite scientific. The unexpected is to be treasured, but from a safe distance. Regardless, it's quite comfortable in here, you know. I have my beans, have my caffeinoids, plenty of toilet paper.
Alright, well, it's kind of a lie because he did say he was securing himself, but it's alright, it's fair.
Absolutely. Let's talk.
Now, this... Obviously, there's more memories to companions, but I don't think this dialogue option will pop up again if you bring new companions along. But I usually just have Pavardi in here. So, just for the sake of everything, I will try to put a link in the description below. I'm going to be honest, I probably forget by the time I'm ending this video. But I'll try to put a link in the description below to what he says to all the companions in this scene, because I actually haven't heard it myself. But yeah, have you met my crew yet?
No, and I've been trying very hard to avoid making eye contact.
Nice to meet you, Dr. Wells. I'm Parvati Holcomb.
Wait, not another word. I don't want to know your name. I don't want to know who you are. Let's just enjoy our plausible deniability while it lasts, shall we? Why don't you just invite the entire colony to my secret, carefully concealed laboratory? It isn't as if I wanted privacy.
Relax, they're with me.
Oh, fine. As long as you're vouching for their character and they aren't touching things. For what it's worth, I am pleased that you found a crew, such as they are. I picked you out of the hope for your talents, after all. It's only natural that others would gravitate toward you.
Sparing the flattery, there was something else I don't really think
Well
of
done.
myself.
Also, you still have
Even though I just got off my first planet.
which pleases me immensely. Progress. What's
Something else I want to talk to you about?
Absolutely.
Talk.
Let's talk.
Do you ever leave your... well, we know she doesn't leave the lab because but we'll do some other dialogue options later. So I kind of want to get through this episode a little bit quickly. Don't worry, those dialogue options will still be there when we come back. But there is things we can take here. So first thing is we're pretty much open to everything. You can get an easy automatic pistol here, which I'm actually going to pick up and just go ahead and... never mind, we actually don't really need to pick up. We can destroy all of our Spacer Choice Lights pistols. We can destroy the Saber. I'm not even sure why we still have most of this stuff. We really don't need that pistol. I think I can get that to Max. What does Max have? Shotgun? I already have a shotgun. I don't think we both need to be wielding shotguns. Well, I won't be always wielding shotguns. Oh yeah, perks. Also, whenever you get a new companion, if you don't have perks for them, or obviously you wouldn't have perks for them because you just got them, they will automatically have their perk points. So make sure you do that once you get new companions. Also, another thing, your armor does degenerate. I can't say disintegrate. Yeah, we'll just say disintegrate over time. So make sure you are changing or repairing your armor. I believe level 4 they both had the same armor level, but I do like the design of this armor better. This one right here, not this one. But it doesn't really matter right now. But the main thing that you might have seen me look at but not pick up is this thing right here. This is probably the first science weapon, or is the first science weapon I do believe that you can come across of. So let's read. Science weapons. Science weapons are unique weapons that have strange and powerful effects. Science weapon damage and the strength of their effects both increase your skill, both increase as your science skill is increased. Sorry, I can't read.
I see you found my portable molecular compression device, better known as a shrink ray. Find a target, point, shoot. Your target will shrink down into a manageable size, whereupon you may commence beating them to a pulp. Feel free to try it on a marauder sometime.
Sure. Or we can try it on this pig right here that's named Bubbles. Now, we won't kill Bubbles, but we can hurt him a little bit. He does have a quite decent amount of health. So what we're going to do, and what he said is true, science weapons do, or what he said and what the description said are true. Science weapons do deal more damage and have more effects when your science goes up, which is why we have, you know, some points that we're going to start putting into science pretty soon here, but not really soon because there isn't going to be a long gun science weapon for a while now that we're going to actually have access to. So we won't really be focused on science too much, but science does help with other things as well, such as mods. And mods aren't going to be important for a while, but here coming up as we get to Planet to Planet, we are going to start modding out our weapons with some different elements. As you may have seen, our plasma rifle is plasma and not a normal ammo. Anyway, let's actually check out what the shrink ray actually does, which it says exactly what he does. It's a shrink ray. So we can use it on Bubbles here. Don't want to kill him, like I said. It will shrink him down, and it will, you know, put them down to a manageable size. This is our escape pod.
Reviving you from isolation was my greatest accomplishment. Your odds of survival were a mere 28%.
That's pretty bad, actually. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and switch back to our other weapons. So, switch back to our sniper rifle, which is also starting to get a little bit degraded. And that wasn't a sniper rifle. That wasn't a sniper rifle. That's definitely a pistol. Sniper rifle, please. Thank you. Don't really think this hammer is anything special. We might get a mod out of it, though. We don't. It's okay. Alright. Actually, I could have given that hammer to Max, probably. Oh, well. Max, what melee weapon do you have? I'm pretty sure you're set to something else. Also, this is actually a good time to give you a nice helmet for your defense. You have the telescope, so you're fine, actually. I guess if I can show this while I'm here, is that you can set your companions to different things to behave differently. So her mode is aggressive right now. She uses mixed weapons. Usually I try to keep Pravarti at defensive, but whenever I put her defensive or straight up passive, she tends to not fight at all. So we're going to actually have her aggressive, especially since she has a grenade launcher. But I know she has a little special melee weapon, but I kind of want her to focus on a range weapon right now, as long as she has the grenade launcher. Sorry, I'm tired. I can't talk. And Max, we'll just keep him how he is. So, that is Phineas Wells. You know, you get the little character, you get the nice little science weapon. First science weapon you're going to come across, and it's pretty good. And actually, what I am going to do is that the reason why I wanted to pick it up is that I wanted to give it to Max. Max has this skill. Where's it at? This skill right here called Bad Max. He does 20% more damage with science weapons. So, while I'm in your party, while Max is in your party, you do 20% more damage with science weapons. So, giving him the shrink ray, or giving any companion a shrink ray, or he says you and your companions will deal 20% more damage with science weapons. Since this is the first science weapon you get in the game, getting this ability is pretty crucial, and having him or any other teammates with a shrink ray or science weapon is also pretty good, as they do 20% more damage. And this is the first one you'll come across. It's also a pretty good debuffing weapon, so I always like to give this to one of my companions, and I'll usually have one of them hold it throughout the entirety of the game as I slowly level it up. That being said, we're going to go back into Unreliable, and we're going to make our way towards Groundbreaker. Once again, I'm going to say it for the about 15th time. Sorry for my speech this episode. I am tired. It is very late at night, but I couldn't go to sleep, and I just somewhat, wanted to go ahead and record. I haven't even posted my first episode on YouTube quite yet, but I will soon. While the loading screen is going on, did you guys see that buzzer beater LeBron hit against the Warriors tonight? Oh. I will say that they did come off of a screen foul that shouldn't have been a screen foul, but to be honest, the fucking referees had made bad calls on both sides of the ball. Well, for both teams, that entire game weren't the best referees. Referees have been kind of trash all year. Anyway, back into the actual game itself. We're also almost at level 7. I think when we get the Groundbreaker, we should level up to level 7. Let's go to Groundbreaker.
We've arrived at the Groundbreaker.
Can we talk?
No, I'm just kidding.
Hey,
Hello.
Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson.
What about her?
I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
Are you asking to leave my crew and join hers? I don't think she'd be much help, but if you... I'm for you. Oh,
Thanks,
sure,
Captain.
we can head over to the engineer
I'll be sure to
now.
make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
Break time's over. Alright. So, we'll be speaking to Junlei Tennyson. Engineer. Might give her some pointers. For some reason, don't know why, Groundbreaker is actually, even though there isn't really much combat in Groundbreaker, you won't be really fighting too much in Groundbreaker, it is one of my favorite areas in the game. Hey guys, too close to shoot. Usually pick melee weapon to knock them back. Can do that.
Captain. Hey, Captain. I'm in space. I never thought I'd be able to say that.
Captain,
Max, you got anything to say?
if I could trouble you for a moment of your time, while we're on the Groundbreaker, I may have an idea for how we could find a translator.
You know somebody who can read this
I've been
book?
thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakono. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him.
Seriously, only one guy in the whole colony can translate French?
The only one I'm aware of. I suppose we could always just ask random passers-by if they are fluent in it.
That sounds like a great
I
idea.
believe my desperation has led me to you. Well, I just remembered there actually is a list like that. The Groundbreaker has access to it. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures.
How was that a simple vicar happens to be such a highly skilled hacker?
Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain, secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock. I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems.
And how will a crew manifest us tracked down your scholar friend?
I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifests to track the Philosophist's off-world destination.
Sounds good, let's go.
Thank you, Captain.
Yeah. Once again, I'm clearly lying to the both of you. The first thing we're doing is going to see Gladys. Also, who are you?
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure. Welcome to Groundbreaker, by the by. Don't mind the heat.
Alright.
Got a few days before it reaches critical. I'm sure Miss Chief Tennyson will get it sorted before then.
Alright.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses. He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little back bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this. I need a drink.
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
Notice you're in the middle of an argument earlier.
Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs.
I'd like to hear your side. What happened? I heard you knocked someone out with a tossball stick. It's almost like you wanted to get arrested. That guard threatened to toss you out of an airlock.
The guy insulted my Rizzo's Rangers, alright? You can't just insult my Rangers and expect to get away with it.
That's why?
So, of course, I decked him with a tossball stick. I mean, what am I? Some kind of fair-weather fan?
That's a bit of an overreaction.
You wouldn't be saying that if you'd been there. Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
Oh boy.
Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation.
Sounds like you're better off on your own.
Yeah, I reckon you're right. Imagine me wasting my life loading boxes, unloading boxes, watching the ships roll in and take off. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
That's me, Captain of Unreliable.
Captain of the Unreliable. You're like something out of a serial drama. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time.
Never caught your name in Sea Lock.
Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
See you around, Felix.
See you around, boss.
Well, let's see what happens. Talk to
For a
him.
stroll around the docking base?
Alright, that's
For a
shit the first
stroll
time.
around the docking
Okay,
base?
that's all you can say. Alright, well, that's Felix. Seems pretty good. Nice kid. He did just knock somebody out with the toss ball stick.
Right this way.
Oh, yeah. Okay, first things first, vending machines. Doesn't look like they have anything for me. I like revolvers. I feel like revolvers are better than the special choice guns because they do a little bit more damage. Also, I'm just more of a revolver guy. Ah, the shotgun. Should we buy it? Sure, why not? This shotgun does take heavy ammo, which you don't have too much of, but it's enough. I also like this shotgun better. It's going to do a lot more damage for us. Also looks a lot better too. And has a scope.
Identification, please.
Here you go.
Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's
Great.
record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now,
did.
hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
So I'm stuck here.
Not stuck, per se. You could always throw yourself out the airlock. Of course, then you
Nice
find
job.
yourself with an exciting new problem.
Any idea why my ship was
Access to
impounded?
that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you probably riled up the wrong petty board bureaucrat. A man named Udom Bedford.
I'm gonna wring this Bedford guy's
You
neck.
take the starch out of him, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
Sure.
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
For shipment?
A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling.
Got it.
Much appreciated.
No
Is there
problem.
anything else I can help you with?
Looking for someone named Gladys. Can I find a job around here? Can you tell me about Udom? Seems like there's tension between the board and the Groundbreaker. Can I find a job
Maybe.
around here?
Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. 2 biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though.
I'm looking for something a little bit more local. What do you know about Sublight? That's all I need to know about
All
work.
right.
We'll find out more about this stuff later. We already know where to find Gladys because we have Waypoint. We're going to talk to Udom in a second here. And we already know that there's tension between the board and Groundbreaker. Actually, let's talk about that, though.
You noticed, huh?
I'm sharp like that.
What can I say? We're passionate folks, and the board can't abide that independent spirit, especially not when it might impact their bottom line. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them.
Yet your station's in a state of despair, and you can make the board fix
You mean
it.
the heat? Sure, we could make them fix it, but what would they do in retaliation? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new Groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we make do all right. So far, anyway.
Thanks
Sure
for the
thing.
info. I'll see you around.
Be seeing you.
Board does run most of the colony. Could have asked that, actually. And I accidentally used my healing. Alright. Quest objective requires you to enter a restricted area. If you're caught inside, you will be shot on sight using this quest to prevent immediate hostiles.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew I mean, the scholar shipped in and out with.
Monarch, it's a wasteland. You were hearing things.
No, seriously. There was a lot of static at first, but then this voice said his name was Graham?
Graham, right. Broadcasting on a dead world full of monsters. Now I've heard everything.
You know, it takes more muscles to frown than to smile.
Who told you that? Graham?
Well, that is factual. It does take more muscles to smile than frown. Oh, damn, she told me to take that. We're just going to intimidate the shit out of her.
Oh, I guess...
Yeah, never mind. Yep, that will happen. If I steal from there again, they will just attack me. So, try not to do that. Alright, so we get a couple things we can do here. There's Udom over there, and there's Glidus over here. There's also multiple stores in Groundbreaker that I'm going to go to right now. The first thing I'm going to go to is this one on the right, because this should be a gun shop. Hello?
You know that sound when you've snapped on an injector clip? That's how you know your weapon loves you back. I got a full line of weapon modifications I'd be happy to show you.
You already know about modding. Merchant skill is equal to the value of your best dialogue, so it's used to negotiate prices when buying and selling from vendors. Obviously. The one weapon I wanted you to have, you don't have. I wanted to buy a new sniper from her, but there is a shiny new sniper sitting right in front of her, and I think I'm gonna just steal it. Because stealing in this game is pretty OP. All we have to do is crouch, steal it, even though she's right in front of her, and then bada bing, bada boom, we have a new weapon. There's also some more weapons and parts here that I'm just gonna go ahead and have all this for you, because you're not gonna turn around. Hell, this was Skyrim, I'd just put a basket over your head, and that would work just as effectively. So now we have a new sniper rifle called the Deadeye Assault Rifle. Long gun, 98 damage, takes heavy ammo as well. But we are going to use it. It's way better than the sniper I have now. It's not degraded at all. Might as well go ahead and use it. And we won't pick that line. Actually, no, we won't pick that line. Has a nice little scope in it. I do prefer the design and the look of the hunting sniper rifle, though. I will say that. So then over here we have a Spacer's Choice store. So let's go talk to this guy because he actually has some interesting dialogue.
Sorry about the heat. Chief Tennyson will get the radiators fixed soon. Of course, this heat sure makes a 0G brew extra refreshing. It's an ale that's good for what ails you. Oh, and it's not the best choice. It's Spacer's Choice. Taste the freedom. A lot of slogans to keep track of. Sometimes I forget.
I've got to ask you about that hat.
I'm bound to satisfy headgear-related inquiries. Please send any complaints to our Consumer Care Headwear Division.
Speak up, I can't hear you.
It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's Choice! Taste the freedom!
Taste of the freedom. Where can I get a hat like yours? Enough hat talk, that's what you're selling. You doing alright in there?
I'm having a stellar day. Not just because I'm legally obligated to say so. Almost as stellar as Spacer's Choice is affordable.
Can you see in there?
I can see all of the top quality merchandise in the Spacer's Choice catalog, which is available here at a reasonable price.
How do you brush your teeth?
Spacer's Choice regrets that we don't sell toothpaste at this time, but we're always working on delivering exciting new products to our customers. Sprout Wash, Mouthwash, and Mantafloss are among the exciting line of dental goods currently in development.
So you have everything but toothpaste, which is the main thing. Do you miss eating solid food?
Don't miss out on these deals. You'll find none like them on all of Groundbreaker, or anywhere in the Halcyon Colony.
Do you have to sleep with that hat on?
Trouble sleeping? Try our Lunar Eclipse mix. That's 2 handfuls of pep pills washed down with a hearty swig of 2-hour energy brew. The blast will send you through the stratosphere, and the crash will knock you out cold, guaranteed.
Spacer Choice make you wear that hat?
Add an additional 10% to your purchase today, and the proceeds will be donated to Spacer Cares, our premier corporate welfare program. At Spacer's Choice, we care about your health and emotional well-being. That's why we put Martin through 6 years of vendor school, only to make him wear this hat.
Do you need me to help get you out there?
Even if my contract didn't forbid it, I think it's part of me now. Now, are you ready to make Spacer's Choice Lunar Green Moonmouth lozenges a part of you? Lunar Green, the future is spearmint.
I'm addressing the man beneath the mask. Are you okay?
Damn it. No slogan for that one. Look, this hat, my job. It may not seem like much to a brave space captain, but they're all that I have. If there are self-made purgatories, then we all have to live in them. Mine can be no worse than someone else's. Now, if we're done with the chit-chat, I hope you don't mind if I make the most of this short life and try to be the best moon person I can be.
Sorry if I pushed you too hard, Martin.
It's fine. I should be stronger than this. Thanks for taking an interest. Speaking of interest, can I interest you in some quality budget goods?
Okay, you get his
Have a
gimmick.
look.
I like how I cut him off. He's like, "Go have a look." All right. So, as his name says, he sells Spacer's Choice gear now. I think what we're going to do though is that we can not buy smart because this is all medium armor. I want to specifically use light armor this run. But you know what? I never really used medium armor before. I've used light armor. Medium armor gives you more like gadgets and modifications to put on, and we don't really have to worry about that right now. So I think just getting medium armor for now would just be the right play. But of course, we could buy it, or we could look at the back and see if we can steal some. Pick locking skill to just go back here. This Cantuna. Okay. As you see, we have Defective moon helmet. It's a defective one. Different +1. Now, if I did have helmets on, you guarantee that I would just put that on for shits and giggles, but unfortunately the armor isn't that trash and the stats aren't that good. But it is a unique helmet, and I did not see you back here. Hello. Multiple Spacer's Choice pistols, but no armor, so it looks like I will be just buying some armor today.
Have you tried? Don't take my word for it.
No, I won't actually. Pretty sure I can find
anywhere. You hear?
We're gonna get into it later. Close the door. Alright. So where are we going? Oh yeah, Gladys. Almost completely forgot about her. A lot of missions in
Can we
Groundbreaker.
rent an upstairs room?
No, Ferrari. We have a ship. We're not renting anything. Some things here. Here. Bypass map. Got some vendors here. The vendors have different. This is what I was talking about earlier. Different vending machines. Probably you've noticed what I read, but there's different vending machine. Each vending machine has a different company, and they hold different armors. So yeah. So this one's actually not selling the cyber rifle I wanted, but it is selling the long gun and shotgun that I wanted. Also the axe that I've never used in a playthrough before. I've never used one of those axes. This is Rizzo's. Like the color of the armor. And this is CMP. I'm gonna go ahead and just buy one of the armor skills. I'll just buy I'll just buy pieces of armor. And also I can sell my junk. I know I have a couple. I had a lot of junk actually. Jeez, I had like over 1,000 of those. Alright, we can go ahead and equip that. And we'll give that to the max. But the priest, well, not the priest, vicar, priest, whatever, in the actually, never mind. I forget his armor is actually kind of not that good. We could open this up, but they would definitely attack us. So, Gladys, you here for? Okay, I don't know why I heard
You here for a
dialogue
particular
just.
reason?
Oh, there we go.
Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient or an oven, just like store-bought.
I would question how, but I don't want to. Phineas sent me. He said you could sell me a. He could sell me a nav key to Stellar Bay.
Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
10,000 bits. That's a lot of bits. You most likely don't have that much, especially after passing all the stores. You most likely bought something. If you didn't, then you would be wasting 10,000 bits right here. But if you have them, you can obviously play right there, take the nav key, and go straight to Stellar Bay. However, we won't be doing this time around, and I'm going to ask you to tell me about these opportunities.
Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits.
No qualms here. Let's hear the details.
Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago.
Why was Roseway abandoned?
Can't say I know for sure. Maybe it never really was.
Sounds like someone poking into somewhere they shouldn't be got into a spot of trouble.
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain. Someone had to have sent that distress call manually.
Those corps are cleverer than all get out.
Maybe it's some sort of automated message. It's not just
sniffing around.
Fire engineer. That's not how it works. Say no more.
You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs.
In and out, boy. Corporate secrets. Got it.
Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done.
What other jobs do you know
Might
about?
want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief. She's been trying to get a handle on this heat problem we've got. You'll find her fretting in engineering. I'd say she's a sweet girl, but law forfend someone call me a liar.
One last thing. What have you got for sale?
Won a charming copper kettle off that girl who runs the pub. She's a fierce arm wrestler, but she's no match for your pal Gladys.
Won't be buying that. And we get a level up. Also, she is selling this, the Savage's Helper. This is a handgun. This is a unique weapon, and it's one of the best handguns in the game. If you have enough bits to get it right now, I would highly recommend that you do. If you are running a handgun build, I would highly recommend that you pick up this weapon. The only bad thing about this weapon is it does disintegrate and corrode very, very fast because it shoots too many shots at once. I will not be picking up this weapon this playthrough because it's a lot of bits and I'm not going to be using it this playthrough. I probably will pick it up later, but I won't be picking it up now. I will not be using this weapon. She also has some other stuff that she can sell you, but obviously you want to get on her good side and get a couple levels first. We did get a level up. Speaking of levels, we did just get a level up just now. So let's go ahead and check it out. So this time around, like I said, I forgot what we put our points into last time. I think we put into dialogue, but I actually want to go ahead and start putting some of my points towards science. So actually, revert. So what we're gonna do actually is I'm gonna put 4.6 points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, into inspiration. This will unlock our companion abilities. We're gonna go ahead and apply that. Yes. Abilities. You know how those work. We'll go ahead and tell you how those work and show you how those work a little bit later. Probably not this episode. And we're going to go to our text abilities and we're going to have 4 more points. We're going to put 2 into those. We have 20 in all of that. And our last 2 points we're going to go ahead and put into let's put into this stuff right here. Have 30 hack, 30 stealth. Actually, revert that. And I'll actually put this into dialogue. Alright, so we go ahead and split our points up there. Probably won't be doing that too much. Everything's all evened out now. Alright, so we have a little more places to go. That's Gladys. Her mark is going to be always right there. We have to go to the other planet. We'll have to go to the other planet to go ahead and get money and see and solve their problems. Make sure you do have 10,000 bits.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
I'm plated in gold mostly, aren't I? Yeah.
Disperse now, or I'll detain you for trespassing.
Oh, real scary. You're really gonna arrest us on our station?
Yeah, this is Chief Junlei's ship. You don't own shit here.
Step back. I'm required by board bylaws to use excessive force.
The Mardettes would space you for trying, you waste of O2 scrubbers.
Yeah, O2 scrubbers.
Look, just get out of here before I tell your captain what you've been getting up to on the clock.
Ah, whatever. We got a date at the Lost Hope anyway.
Is this really what you want to be doing with your life, Marcy? Guarding stairs for that walking mustache Udon fucking Bedford? I gotta get off this detail.
Nice dialogue. Speaking of which...
The board. Organized, efficient, competent. Well, mostly.
I think everything in here is worth more than I made in my whole life.
I can guarantee you that that door we just walked through is probably more than you have made your entire life in Edgewater.
Wheeler messaged me you were coming. You must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
I'm going to wring your scrawny neck, you spagfug. Give me my... Alex is dead.
Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped?
Uh-huh.
There's no need for hysterics. This is all a hilarious misunderstanding.
Explain now. Did you hear me chuckle?
Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all?
Why do you think I know anything about Wells?
Well, Alex knew, or he said he did. And you have his ship. Maybe he kept some records around, or...
Alex never mentioned Wells.
That's... Well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you? Be my guest.
Seem high near to you. Are those doors locked in the back? What do you do here exactly?
Ask
Back to my
away.
other questions. We're leaving. Alright, so I know I was being kind of an asshole there, but I've listened to that dialogue multiple times before. I never actually chose this one. That is his kind of friend. There is some dialogue we can read in there, but that is his friend. Could have said sorry, but we didn't. Now it's time to go see Junlei. You can see the little heat.
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sub-level.
I could spend all day in here and not have looked at half the best stuff. It's all pretty worn, though.
Hello, Junlei.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors.
I'm Captain Unreliable, recently unshackled from Groundbreaker's impound.
Good for you. Hope you scared some sense into those bureaucrats giving you trouble.
I did.
Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting.
Copy that, Chief.
At ease. Nice to see an outsider with some working brain cells. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through.
Now that my ship's out of impound, I can safely say I'm headed for Monarch.
Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different.
Barty, you want to talk Junlei? Go ahead.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Not sure to continue.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if, well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Silently encourage.
Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry.
Nice job.
Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention.
Seems kind of warm in here. What's going on?
Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship.
No, I haven't even fixed them yet.
Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner.
Surely the board doesn't want the Groundbreaker to roast.
They want us to sweat, thinking that'll soften me up for a bad faith deal. If you'll excuse me, they can go fuck themselves. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone aboard, will be cooked alive.
You need a contractor to work this out. I'm available for a reasonable rate.
Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays.
Back bays? I'm supposed to know where that is.
Sorry, I forgot not everyone knows this ship like I do. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now.
Can we try to talk this out? Who's down there? Yeah, can we try to talk this out to whoever who's down there?
Those idiots are immune to reason, and they don't much care if the station melts to pieces. They're content to die last. If you could find some way to solve this without violence, I'd prefer that. But more than anything, we need those parts.
I'll get you those. Have you tried sending anyone else down there to get the parts?
I have. One of my engineers, plus a small security detail. They didn't come back. I can't afford to lose any Mardits on this job. No offense, but a freelancer like you is more dispensable.
Flash a rude gesture with both hands. None taken.
Cute. My grandmother taught me that one. I was afraid it had fallen out of style.
I've never actually seen a dialogue before. I'll get you those parts.
Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs.
Alright. Alright guys, it's already been almost 50 minutes. I think this is a good stopping point. I know we didn't do too much gameplay action this time around, but we did... Hold on. Can't pick bucket yet. We didn't do too much game... Taking this too. We didn't do too much gameplay this time around, but you know, we'll do it next episode. So we're about to end it, but there is one more person we can talk to in here, which is this girl right here, I believe. Go ahead.
Good law, the heat in here is so unbearable, I can hardly even concentrate.
No.
Junlei better hurry up with those damn repairs already.
I think she'll have something to say to us after we repair the ship. Or repair what the heat in here. Anyway. I think that'll be it for this episode. Sorry there wasn't very much gameplay or any gameplay at all, but at least, you know, combat aspect. But this is a lot of Outer Worlds. There's a lot of dialogue, and I like talking, and I like going to the different options to see what new things I can hear. But yeah, this is Ike. He is a armory, so he's going to
look like
sell
someone
weapons
who's
and
taking
armor.
their share of cuts and bruises. Need some armor. Maybe it's a bit secondhand, but that's only a testament to its durability. We also have a line of specialized melee weapons.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay. So he sells melee weapons, and he can give you the officer's spine, which is kind of, give or take. This is the slightly better version than the plasma cutter, I believe. It's kind of on kind of depends, I guess. He also sells a lot of different armors and some clothing as well. Nothing really unique, though, I don't believe. But I will say they do have some pretty good armor. He does have some pretty good armor here from time to time. So if you ever wanted to look in here, just to look to see what he's got, go ahead. You can also repair your weapons too. Fortunately for us, we don't need to do that right now. But yeah, like I said, sorry there wasn't too much actual fighting this time around. We are going to be doing that a lot more, as well as exploring the rest of the Groundbreaker. But there is a lot to explore in the Groundbreaker, and there's a lot of people to talk to. And we're gonna hi. You just wave at me. I've never seen him do that. Hi, Martin. Anyway, but yeah, I think that will be it for this time, guys. And yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you really enjoyed it, don't forget to share this video too, because if you share this video, I'll get more likes, more comments, and more subscribers. You found an ID cartridge used with the holographic shot. You should be able to automatically disguise with entering an associated restricted area. I meant to pick up the first time around. I pretty much do that every time I do this on playthrough, so I always forget it's right there. You can go through here and get a thing from Max. We'll do that in the next episode. Until then, guys, I'll see you guys next time, and have a great day. Also, this guy's just sitting behind you, and you can just open the door whenever. I feel like this should be locked or something.